네, 안녕하세요. 저는 축잘랄 리버풀 fan Guy라고 합니다. 반갑습니다. I'm just frustrated for Tottenham and for Son because Tottenham, yes, they've got good defensive players, but they've got amazing attacking players, two of the best in the world up front. I think they're the perfect start, so you'd expect a team again with title aspirations. After scoring the early goal, they were decent for some of the first half, but I mean, second half they were just really pathetic, just sat back, and I think it's another really disappointing result, especially after going up so early. Okay guys, so we're going to have a look at what Mourinho and Nuno had to say, the managers, and then have a look at some of the fan reactions.
1 point against Wolves normally wouldn't be a bad result because they are a strong opponent, but scoring a goal in the first minute and having the control of the game and having 89 minutes to score more goals is to feel frustrated.
What he says is right. Normally going away to Wolves, it's not an easy place to go, the Molineux, and it's a good point normally, but with scoring that early and I wouldn't say they control the game like he said, but I mean, it's in their hands. They're leading for up to 86 minutes, so it is very disappointing to drop points like that. Yeah, so it's just, if Spurs keep dropping these points late, it's gonna add up towards the end of the season, so yeah, it's a bad result, I'd say.
We did controlling the game very well, but we didn't have that ambition, that desire to go for more.
It's interesting when he says that, he knows what he said to them and they didn't have the ambition and desire. So it's hard to know what's true because you'd think he's very experienced. All the fans can see that they need to attack and score a second goal. Surely he would realize that. But also you can't believe that he would have told the players to go and attack and get a second goal and they just ignore him and sit back. So it's hard to know what to believe, but I think it's up to the manager. If there wasn't enough ambition, he's got to motivate the players. He's got to make them be aware that you can't sit back on a 1-goal lead against a good attacking team like Wolves. He should have taken more initiative to make sure that they attack.
It's one of the first times I've seen you frustrated.
I would like the players to tell you what I told at halftime. I would like them to tell you.
See, that's really interesting. I would also love to know, I'd love to be in the changing room because Mourinho is basically saying that he told the players to go out and look for the second goal because he's saying, I'd love the players to tell you. So then either Mourinho's lying or the players just haven't reacted and haven't done what he said. So either way, it's just not good enough. You know, there has to be more urgency and a will to attack and get forwards and kill the game.
What do you think of the performance?
I think it was a solid performance by the defensive point of view to play against Wolves.
The first thing he says is it was a good defensive performance against. I mean, why can't he be saying, oh, we were on fire going forward today, like Sonny was great, Kane was great. You know, it's straight away going to defense. I know you're playing away, but still, you Spurs playing against Wolves. At the end of the day, you should be able to attack them and get at them a lot more.
I know the way I prepare the team. I know what I ask for the players. I know what I told them at halftime. I know all that, and I don't want to say much more than that. I give some credit to Wolves, of course.
You see, Mourinho said give credit, so what he's saying is that they should give praise and acknowledge that, like Wolves' performance. In English, we often say you give credit where credit is due. Even though you're upset, your team lost, the other team did well, so you credit them where credit is due, so where they deserve it, where it's worth saying that they actually deserved something as well. So.
We started well, we got a goal immediately. But as soon as we got that goal, what did we do, fam? Tottenham went to sleep, fam. Jigglypuff came out, sang the song. We went to sleep and man sat back. It was Terror Squad FC, fam. Terror Squad FC, fam.
He's a huge Tottenham fan. He wants to see his team performing and playing to their strengths and attacking. And he's right, they got the perfect start. They go 1-0 up. And then, as he says, Terror FC, they looked scared. They looked like they're scared to venture out and get that second goal. And it's not a mentality of a team that wants to win the league.
That's what it was. We lean back, fam. Lean back, fam.
Exactly.
Lean back.
Yeah, so lean back. Normally, it's just if you lean back with your back, you know, like you're avoiding something or you're getting out the way, you're showing the opposite of going forwards and attacking. And so in this sense, he's just meaning that by leaning back, they should be, when they get that goal, they should be on the front foot, leaning forward, going forwards, trying to attack, find that second goal, use your strengths, Sonny, Kane up front. Instead, they were leaning back like they timid and cautious too, and like, oh, I don't want to go forward. So that's what he means by that, and he's right. That shouldn't be doing that. disappointing to see.
Gee, I'm hoping that this football can work in trophy competition because it clearly ain't working in the league, bro. You get me? I know we've done well up to this point, but fam, you need to change things around. That's what you need to do. And I know we changed things around to put the 5 at the back, but I didn't want to see that. We were so negative in that second half. Second half, we were non-existent.
Yeah, so what he says is true. They were top and then they went to 8th, and this is the story of the season. A few good results, you can hop right up the table. A few bad ones, you can drop right down. So every point is so important, and we're seeing all of the teams are just throwing away points, and it's really making a huge difference. Also, yeah, as he said, having 5 at the back, I think it's just too defensive. So I agree with everything he's saying. And then to play that many at the back, and then some of the starting lineup I disagreed with as well. But yeah, Expressions is spot on.
Got a point tonight, but could it have been more than that this evening with your team's overall performance?
I think we perform really well. I think we play a very good game. The result is a consequence, but we conceded very early in the game, but the team reacted and we play good, very intense, very aggressive, against a very dangerous side. Very good, very talented.
So what he says is aggressive and going forward, and that's what I love about him. That's how they play, and there's no reason, if Wolves can play like that and Mourinho has the players that he has, why can't he also play like that?
Very difficult when you concede so early. So how important is it that the team remains mentally strong and shows a reaction?
It's important, but it's a learning process. Sometimes you cannot explain how things happen in the first minute. We demand focus, we demand alert. We know how games are going with this situation without fans. The edge is not there. Many games with early goals. But it happens to you, then you have to react. But after that, like you say, and I agree, I think we stay in the game and we perform well. We combine, we defend, we react to loss of the ball, and we had good chances.
Yeah, I agree. I think Wolves, as I said before, they have quite a few of their star players out, and still they can put new players in the system and they can perform as well. And yeah, they did react. It's always tough to go a goal down that early. You got to show character and, to come back, and they did that. I think Spurs were okay in the first half, but then towards the second half they just fell away, and it's just not good enough. And yeah, so now we've got to see a reaction from Spurs, and they've got. Fulham and Leeds should be games they're taking 6 points out of, and they really have to. They need to go and be aggressive and get Kane and Son on the ball in space and in attacking positions, and they need to go and win those 2 games. Yeah, guys, so today we had a look at the Spurs game against Wolves and what the managers had to say. I think overall, again, it's pretty obvious it's a disappointing result to concede late again. We've got to see a reaction in the next game, and let's hope Sonny can stay on the pitch the whole time and Spurs can get a good result against Fulham, because they need it now. They're dropping too many points. Going to be very interesting to see what happens the next few weeks. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.